Good morning, YouTube people. How's everybody out there today? It's such a wonderful day out. It's a beautiful day. I am so happy and I'm elated. Everything's falling into place and I just love it. And I thank my Father above. He's really the only one that I can thank. I'm getting Kenyan coffee today. So we're going African style, people. Got enough Kenyan coffee. And we go over here and get a little sugar. A little sugar. Give me some kisses, baby. Mwah! Anyways, everything's wonderful today. You know, that's why I'm so happy. My life is like a fairy tale, and maybe I should write a book on it because it has been bad in my past, but lately everything's just turned out to become better and better and better, and I'm just loving it. And I'm thanking my Father. I could only thank him. He is the one that pulled me basically out of pain and destruction and everything else, people that wanted to do bad to me, and people that really didn't even care, and I tried to make sacrifices for those people. I actually was looking in the face of my enemies and not perceiving them as being enemies, because I go all out trying to love everybody, and when you do that, you run into a lot of problems. But only my heart can do what I know to do. Give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna have to go and pay for my stuff. I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, I have bratwurst for today, and of course I got my Kenyan coffee right here, and I'm gonna take probably about 15-20 minutes to eat my stuff and drink my coffee, and then I'll see you at the mall. I hope everybody's doing fine. It amazes me how my story was written way before it ever happened. And it's like following right along in line. I've told quite a bit of my story to most of you online. How I got to where I was at. How I got to where I am now. Like I said, not only did I not heal from the person before that person, I just shrugged it off like it wasn't anything. And then I discovered something. I really needed to go back and heal myself from the problems that occurred in my life, the people that were problematic, the ones that tried to blame me for doing something I never did. And, not even getting closure in some places. My Father actually allowed me to give my own closure to myself. And I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, people. I'm a strong person. Don't get me wrong. I've always been very, very strong when it comes to doing things. But I just didn't know that I would get through this. And back to back people that still were trying to do the same thing that the one before him did, And I'm thinking about that and saying, why am I allowing people to do this in my life? I'm just going to wait for my Father. He is going to direct me to where I need to go. I thought to myself, well, maybe I'm not ready for a new person, because if you don't get ready for a new person, do you know what happens? I'm going to tell you just like this. You can believe me or you don't believe me, but if you don't get prepared for that right person in your life, that old person that did terrible to you is going to come back in that new person. It might not look like that same person, but it's going to come back in the form of that person, meaning they're going to end up doing the same old thing that you had done to you before. So it's better to have a clean slate. You know how, you write all over a chalkboard or whatever, and then you just erase it all. And you start over again. But you don't say that you had no fault in any of that. You never want to claim that you don't have any fault. I had a lot of faults in that. A lot. And I allowed it to happen. I know deep down inside you're probably thinking to yourself, well, it's hard to let somebody go. I might not have love for them, but I have familiarity and it's comfortable where I was or where I am. But you have to just wipe it all clean. You have to come clean with yourself. In order to get all of this out of your heart, which is the stomach brain I was talking about, and your mind, which is your head brain. You have to get it all out. And when you're totally cleared from it, and my Father sees that you're sincere and wanting to move forward, He's going to give you that. And it's going to be a totally different situation than it was before. He wants you to be happy. But you can only be happy if you choose to be happy. If you don't choose that, it ain't gonna work. You have to do the work on your own. You have to put yourself into a position of being very uncomfortable, being very isolated, being, being silent within yourself, not letting a lot of people come in and distract you with certain things, not letting people just walk all over you and call out your name to all their friends and family and stuff. And the only way that can happen is that you work on you, and you don't give the other person any energy at all. Some people think that it's cool just to give the person fault. Oh, well, it was their fault. They did this, they did that. Do you understand what that's doing? That's giving energy to whoever that is. You are giving energy, even if it's bad energy, you're giving energy to that person. You need to uproot that. You need to not think about that. You need to not worry about that person. Let them go. Let them go. Just like the song says, let go and let God. Let them go. Let them grow if they're going to grow. If they're not, they were not meant for you. There's only one person out there that's meant for you. Sure, it might be nice at first. You have a couple of, guys or girls screaming down and knocking down your door and that. But where are you going in life when that happens? Nowhere. Then you end up going through all these people and finding out that they're the same after the same after the same after the same. And you don't want that. You want somebody different. And you can get that somebody different if you just let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Don't keep them in your mind. Don't keep them in your heart. Let them go. And when you do, and you change, if you know somebody personally that's gone through what I'm talking about, maybe they have changed, but you have to make sure you change. If you change yourself, and that person you know for a fact has changed their self, then it would be the most beautiful thing in the world. But until you let that go and heal and become that perfect person in your life, it's just going to be a bunch of baggage. It's going to be a bunch of skeletons left in your closet where you go and dust off one person after the other that you just keep pulling up. Oh, I want to go back to so-and-so because so-and-so did me wrong. Don't even think about what somebody's done to you. Blame yourself. Heal. That is all you can do. You cannot change another person's attitude. You can't change them. Only my Father can. So pray for them and heal yourself. And when you heal yourself, if you stand up and you look across the field and somebody that you knew before is standing there with their arms wide open, and you know that that person has healed themselves, then you could look at going back to them. But if not, just move forward. There's no problem with that. Let them go. Anyways, I want you to know that I love you. Love yourself. Love God. By all means, love each other, people. Until the next time, love, peace, and soul.
Hi Danoy, how are you? I love you. And see you soon. Do not so worry about anything else. I was having on duty lately and there's somebody came to the office. That's why we're getting busy and I'm sorry I'm not entertaining you. I'm so sorry. Good morning.